Hi everyone, welcome to H&R Reptiles. My name is Ashton Riley and welcome to today's video. Today's video we're going to be talking about veiled chameleons. Now, Rango is our veiled chameleon. I don't know how old he is. He's very aggressive. See? Very aggressive. He tries to bite me. But we really like him still, even though he's a butthole. With veiled chameleons, you can't put them in a normal glass enclosure. You have to get what's called a reptibreeze. We have the biggest reptibreeze that is on the market right now. The next bigger is if you build one yourself. But so he has more than enough room. We do want to get him a mate eventually. We don't really know though because chameleon eggs take forever to incubate. But you know, Rango's doing pretty good in his enclosure, and whenever you guys set up a veiled chameleon enclosure, just remember that they're arboreal, obviously, so they're going to need a lot of plants and vines. We're not even done adding all of the stuff we want to add to his tank. We've just already spent over $1,000 on just his enclosure and all of the stuff that goes into his enclosure. And a thing you're going to need to know if you guys are thinking about getting a chameleon, despite the fact that they're very aggressive and will try to attack you, is that they don't drink sitting water. So we got Rango this plant dripper. It just distributes water, then drips into this dog bowl, and then the pump sucks it back in and drips it back into the dog bowl. You know? It works. The bedding we use for him is just a simple moss. You know, it's alive, and we make sure to spray down the bottom of the tank to keep it nice and green. You know, these plants are fake though. We just hung them up with a simple wire. It's pretty easy, but we had to make sure the wire was going to be strong enough to hold him because, as you guys can see, he's a pretty big boy. You know? Veiled chameleons can eat a lot of different things, but our guy seems to like crickets the best, so that's what we've been feeding him. We feed him 3 dozen crickets every week, so he has a lot of crickets, and he's actually gotten quite a bit bigger since we got him, so that's good. I'm trying to grab him, but I don't know if it's gonna work. It'd be nice if I get bit though, you guys. Yeah. He's not gonna let me grab him, and he's getting very irritated, very agitated. You can tell because how much his colors have darkened since the beginning of the video. When I first started the video, he was very light color because he had just woken up. And now he is this very dark, very like almost black color because he does not like me at all. The only one he really likes is my husband. But it's not like he really likes him, no. It's just Rango knows that we feed him, so he puts up with us. I really wish you would let me grab him for this video. It would work very well. Ow, ow, ow. One thing you guys should probably know if you guys are getting a chameleon, they actually have pretty sharp nails. See, I went in there and I was trying to grab him and he had put his leg on my finger and was tightening his grip. And it hurt, so we're just going to leave Rango alone. But, you know, now that he's not so irritated, his darker green is becoming more of a forest green, not like a black. But, you know, we don't mess with them a lot because we don't like to upset him. Chameleons are pretty much a display animal unless you get one of the odd chameleons that actually do like to be handled. We obviously did not. You know, we love him, but he is very mean. He has bitten me more times than what any other of my lizards have. But with him, it's scarier because sometimes he'll like stick his tongue out and like will grab my hand with his tongue, and it is terrifying. I'll scream and my husband will laugh. But you know, chameleons are pretty cool little guys, even though they're mean and they're grumpy. But they're pretty cool to watch walk around because they're pretty slow and they make pretty good display animals. You know, like I was saying. Only thing is, with chameleons, I've noticed is I've been having some trouble with their shedding, so I've been using this tropical mist spray. It has a Jackson chameleon on it, so I figured that it'd work. You know, and it has been working pretty good. We plan on getting him a big fogger mister thing to keep the humidity up. It's a little hard because it's such a big tank and it's mesh. So keeping the humidity perfect in here is actually pretty hard. But it's what they need, so I'm not going to complain. You know, my husband always wanted a chameleon, so whenever we finally had the chance to actually get one, we jumped at it. You know, this little guy, I'm hoping that within time we'll be able to handle him no matter what. You know, that'd be really cool, but I'm not getting my hopes up. The light we got for Rango is a Zoo Med Power Sun 160 watt reptile light. It gets pretty warm, but the cool thing about this one is if it gets too warm, it will automatically shut off until it can cool down. But this is perfect because it gives him all the rays he needs and it gives him all the heat. We went with the little one to begin with, but it wasn't penetrating through the entire cage, so we had to go with the big boy up here. It was pretty expensive, but we have a like 2-year warranty on the light bulb, so that's good because the bulb was really expensive. But if you guys go through a privately owned pet store, you guys should be able to get one with a warranty. You know, we lucked out and we were able to get one with a warranty. Like with all other reptiles, chameleons need vitamin powder and calcium powder. You just dust their crickets once in a while and whenever you put them in there. You know, it's just to make sure they don't get anything, you know, bad. He really does not like me. But, you know, we have a bunch of little areas for him to hide in there. You know, he seems to really like his cage and it's all set up to his needs. We just want more plants in here just so it simulates, you know, the wild. It's a little bit better for him, you know, because chameleons are one of those guys that are pretty picky, but they're amazing, but they're pretty picky on where they live. You know, and we don't want him to like die or get angrier than what he is. Oh goodness. Could you guys imagine an angrier version of Rango? I'd have to like get a steel cage instead. But yeah. But you know, despite, you know, Rango being angry, he still is a good guy. I already said this, but just so you guys know, if you guys are gonna get a chameleon, they are jerks, but they're worth it because they're awesome little lizards, you know. They really are worth it, and their care isn't that hard. And as long as you have their light that they need and their food that they need and the dripper that they need for their plants, and make sure you guys spray down the thing. We spray down his cage twice a day, just so the leaves are slightly dripping. Yeah. We spray it twice a day like that. Everything seems to work out pretty good. You know, we haven't had any issues very bad with this shed actually sticking. We've just had problems with him getting it off. But like, it's not like actual stuck. If you guys raise lizards long enough, you'll know the difference between like the lizard not being able to really like get it off very well and it actually being stuck. You know, he's never had it like really stuck, so I'm really glad, you know. But, you know, he's a pretty cool guy. You know, down the line, I would love to raise maybe like some Jackson chameleons or some panther chameleons. I think that'd be really cool, you know. But for now, we're just going to stick to our little Rango. You know, he's a chunky little guy and we love him. And his veil is getting so amazing and so big, you know. If you guys liked today's video, make sure to give it a like, comment, and subscribe because we post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Bye.